The head of the Police Manpower Audit Committee says the Police Service Commission is not effective. Professor Ramesh Diosaran says this is because the present structure of the Commission does not allow it to carry out its mandate. He was speaking during the second meeting of the Joint Select Committee of Parliament on National Security. The Police Manpower Audit Committee discussed the governance structure of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. The committee believes that a new body should be put in place or some amendments need to be made in the PSC. Professor Ramesh Diosaran has recommended that government considers an oversight body for the police service.
When we reflect, we recognize that it is not only the inefficiency of the existing structure, the Police Service Commission in particular, but there is a large amount of mistrust of politicians generally. We find that quite an irony in a democratic country where people elect such persons and then possess such deep mistrust and fears.
He said if a new structure is to be put in place, there has to be a refreshed line of thinking.
That in order to accommodate public fear of political interference, the Police Service Commission has been established. And we find that rationale hasn't worked well. You have all these complaints arising from a solution of public fear of elected politicians. And as long as you have that fear, you would want to cling on to an institution that has appeared so inefficient, unresponsive, as is quite evident.
Professor Diosaran said the audit committee thinks that the population should have an increased say in the institutions that govern them.
How can you create a system, even the public, in a manageable structure, of course, with proper oversight subsequently, of having the population elect a commissioner and creating the obligation for the commissioner to regularly account both to the people through town meetings and to Parliament, perhaps on a quarterly basis.
He said this method has worked well in other countries.
It does create the commissioner and the police service to have a greater obligation to responding to community concerns. It means, therefore, with this system, number 3, it become effective community policing.
Professor Diosaran said such a move will aid in creating a new and more efficient police service.